You must have often stepped inside the GPO or the General Post Office of Kolkata, a iconic historic heritage building of the city landscape of the City of Joy, but have hardly ever realized that this iconic building is not just a place where you get postal services, postcards, envelopes, and stamps. There is also a world renowned postal museum and philatelic library that many citizens are not aware of. It is not as big as the Indian Museum, but its four rooms, with a total area of around 800 square feet, is indeed a treasure trove, and its sheer collection is a must see for any heritage lover. This building was constructed to house the offices of the Director General of the Post Office of India, Frederick Russell Hogg. He was the younger brother of Sir Stuart Saunders Hogg, after whom the famous new market was named as SS Hogg Market. The museum has just four rooms. The map at the museum shows three rooms, but what the map does not show is the fourth room adjacent to the entrance, which has one of the most important exhibits from the famous Black Hole of Kolkata. The hallway has a collection of stamps, postcards, revenue stamps, map, postal saving certificates, photographs, and other important documents and regalia. Looking up towards the ceiling, you get to see a marble plaque which says why this building was erected, the date, and the people responsible for its construction. The treasure is interesting too, with exceptional photographs of the brass lines of the southern curtain demarcating the old Fort William, postal certificate signed by none other than C.V. Raman, postal saving book owned by Rabindranath Tagore with his original signature, maps of old Kolkata, of old airmail routes, of postal services availability during British India. Even postcards from three different eras, East India Company, British India, and Independent India, are also on display, as are the medals of war won by the Postal Department for serving during World War I and II in the campaigns of Italy, Pacific, Burma, and Africa. The third room, or is one of the most important and heritage part in looking and understanding and appreciating the beauty of the collection of this beautiful museum. The treasure is interesting too. As why? Because it houses one of the exquisite collection of some of the prestigious and most beautiful rare materials that the post office houses. So it is important to understand and appreciate at the same time that this is one of the most significant part of the postal museum. It houses some of the hardwares used by the postal departments like a vintage telephone, handset, telegraph machines, flag raising mechanism, bugle, bell from the dead letter office, metal stamps, locks, clocks, scissors, etc. Postal service during the early days was sometimes a dangerous job, often for passing through areas known for being infected or infested by robbers and highwaymen, and sometimes even being faced with the prospects of meeting a hungry tiger. So postalmen, popularly known as runners at that time, had to carry swords, daggers, and other light arms for their self-protection. The room also has old cannon found at the Berampur during the construction of the post office. Indeed, this is a memorable tour of the city that houses one of the most beautiful collection of the heritage and the glory of the past as well as the present of the postal services of India, captured in four rooms and highlighting the heritage, the glory, the prestige, and the responsibility with which the postal service has been serving India. Shaukat Kumar Basu, Bureau Report, Kalinga Chronicle TV.